You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. Yo, we are back for part 52 of our ongoing mystery series. What the heck is going on between Miss Quad, she got it, and Dr. Simone, do you want it, do you want it? Okay, let's get into it. We got some more to break down. We got an apology from Dr. Heavenly that we got to discuss. And what is going on with Peter Thomas and Sheree? We're going to get all the way into all of that. But before we do that, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell button if you like reality TV related content. Also, if you like to travel and you want to make a little extra income on the side, I got the opportunity for you. Tap into Rich Life at 202-918-3386 and join the team. Okay. With that being said, let's dive straight into what we got to discuss today. Miss Quad, she got it. And she got it for Dr. Simone. Now, none of you should be surprised by that.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
These two ladies have been at odds all weekend. Okay, and apparently in the upcoming reunion episodes of Married to Medicine as well. We talked about this the other day. I think it was yesterday. So let's get into what was said. All right. Shout out to our friends over at the Bravo Shade Room for this piece right here. I had several people send me this over the course of last evening, and I knew I wanted to talk about it today. All right. So Quad responds to basically Dr. Simone saying, leave me alone unless you want it. This came as a result of Quad saying, for years, I've wrecked my brain to see what all the Simone beef is about. The only thing I can come up with is Sister Circle. Listen, I shared my Sister Circle platform with those I was friends with during that time, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Heavenly, and Dr. Contessa. It's that simple. I don't owe anybody anything. I don't cry mad when they don't involve me in their other ventures. I wish them all well and mind my business, period, dot. Okay, so in response to that, Dr. Simone said, leave me alone unless you want it with me. And Quad says this in response. It's quite convenient for Simone to scream, leave her alone, when she's been badgering me for years. I get she works for production doing their dirty bidding, but I'm fed up with it. Stop picking fights with me just to have something going on for the show, and it won't be no smoke. All right, so wow, okay, that's a lot there. Okay, so let's break it on down. All right, so the statement, I get she works for production during their dirty bidding, is interesting to me because I have been trying to figure out Dr. Simone for quite some time. And don't get me wrong, this isn't a knock on Dr. Simone. This is me stating a case for her that I find very interesting. But I can never, there's also something that's tagged on to my interesting feeling that I feel like sometimes there is maybe a little bit of work for production. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. And granted, they all kind of work for production to a certain degree, right? You know, because they got to do a show. But what Quad says here is this. For me, when I look back on the ousting of Quad last season, it was Dr. Simone that led the charge. And I also feel like Mariah, if I remember correctly, was also looking to Dr. Simone for some level of support. I could be wrong in my recollection. But that it was stated someplace, somewhere, I can't remember, that Dr. Simone allegedly didn't want to go against maybe some of the other girls. I really can't recall. Do y'all remember that? But, and I could be misremembering. Listen, I'm only human, but I could be misremembering. But the statement is that she allegedly works for production. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. What I say that I love about Dr. Simone is that she, to me, feels sometimes unpredictable, if yet there is a little bit of predictability there, right? What I mean by that is Simone will pop off, okay? And you don't always know what's coming. You know it's coming, okay? But then when you sort of see the direction that the pop off took, you kind of wonder, I mean, especially with her being the spokesperson for getting Quad off of the trip last season, even though it was Toya's trip, it always never sat right with me for some reason. And there's always this lingering tension between Quad and Dr. Simone. And again, is it the sister circle of it all? I don't know. She also says, stop picking fights with me just to have something going on for the show and it won't be no smoke. Now, clearly, Dr. Simone says, unless if you want it with me, you're going to have it. So I'm wondering what she will have to say, if anything, in response to this. Probably nothing, but we'll just have to see and see how it plays out. Let's talk about Dr. Heavenly real quick. Shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. Okay, so Dr. Heavenly, I guess she did a live. I'm not sure if it was yesterday or the day before. It was sometime within this past 2 days that we've been discussing Toya's comments about the ladies of Married to Medicine and how they look, okay? How they look like they are trying to look like Lil' Kim or Nicki Minaj with copious amounts of injectables, allegedly, okay? To which I have always stated this: listen, do whatever you do. You got to live for you, and if you know an enhanced face is going to make you feel better, or look better, or make you look how you feel like you've always been supposed to look, then go ahead and do what you do. But the caveat is, if you do it to the degree which it becomes uber noticeable, people are going to ask questions and people are going to comment because it is a noticeable difference. Okay. So there's that caveat that you have to understand. If I were to show up tomorrow, okay, and my eyes was up to here because I've been lifted in such a way that it becomes distracting to you, okay, that I look so dramatically different. Or my beard was, I mean, I can't say my beard because that's a color change. I can change the color of my beard. But if you know, I didn't got if my lips look like this tomorrow and y'all don't say nothing, I mean, come on now, we're gonna ignore the obvious. So anyway, so there's a little bit of both, a little bit of like interesting things that's going on with Toya's comments that we could debate about ad nauseum. But at the end of the day, you know, Dr. Heavenly has taken upon herself to apologize to the ladies of Real Housewives of Atlanta on behalf of Toya and Dr. Simone, who came at Portia and called her the ultimate mean girl. You know, she goes on to say that it's just, you know, it's just in poor taste, essentially. I'm paraphrasing. You guys can watch it, you know, the full clip on her YouTube channel or her Patreon or wherever it may lie or reside. I'm just giving you the tea. She says we shouldn't be speaking on them. We should be uplifting each other. And again, it's an interesting space, right? You know, people do interviews because, you know, we have questions about the season, right? You know, so when you see an outlet doing an interview with somebody, I'm doing an interview because I have questions, you know, and with virtual reality, it's a podcast. So they're always going to be having people on there and they're always going to be asking questions. That's what we do. And so it's usually up to the person who's being interviewed to deliver either something A, valuable, B, entertaining, or C, memorable enough that it spurs into a headline for which then there's more attention being given to the interview. I mean, that's the basis of it. Either I mean, you know, not just so we can get the headlines, but it is that we want to get something valuable from it in one of those three categories, right? So I say all that to say Toya's got to say something memorable, right? And sometimes the most memorable thing is given how you truly feel, whether that is fair or not. So there's a part of me that's like, you know, Toya has a right to her opinion, especially if you guys were noticing the amount of what you felt like were facial injections and stuff like that, such that it was distracting for you, then that would be noticeable and not necessarily a diss. The more you think about it, okay, just think about it, okay? And this is no, again, disrespect to anybody that has gotten any work done. It is just that when it becomes apparent that, okay, it could be a little distracting to what is actually happening in the scene. So, having said that, Dr. Heavenly does take it upon herself to apologize. Um, It was funny because we talked about it yesterday in yesterday's video, a post on Reality Entertainment TV where Britt Edie had commented back. That original post came from Housewives of ATL, which we talked about it yesterday. It's in yesterday's video if you go back and check yesterday. But there was a previous slide of Dr. Heavenly talking about comparing the trailers of Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine's mid-season trailer, and the comparable of how which one was better or not. Some of this I would have to assume at some point is, okay, it's a natural comparison since the two trailers did premiere around the same time. And then some of that could be extra attention for Married to Medicine because they are talking about, you know, such a popular franchise that's coming back and everybody was talking about it. And that is also see what Dr. Heavenly does on her YouTube channel. She talks about things that are happening in pop culture. And so that oftentimes extends to what's also happening. It will also extend to her Instagram as well, or her Twitter feed, whichever the case may be. So it's an interesting dynamic with the apology. What did you feel about it? I don't really know that I have many thoughts other than it was probably the politically correct move to make, but is political correctness always what is true, right? Because if you meant what you said when you said it, that's another statement. So I'm on the fence about this one, but at the end of the day, I mean, I can't be mad at an apology because I feel like an apology, once somebody apologizes, I gotta let it go. That's how I feel about it. Last story is Peter Thomas. It sounds like he has a new venture. Okay. He says, my friend Sheree Whitfield came out to support me last night. Things that friends do. I love it. Also, my guy drove 4 hours to have the big fish. Thanks to you both. Love is love. And here is a little bit of clip from them.
She's gonna make me look younger. You make me look younger, babe? Look, where we at? Okay, that's what's up.
So I guess it's for this must be his establishment, One Society. Maybe, I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Really, I think it's the babies that.
How was your meal, baby?
Everything was amazing, amazing. And you guys know I'm a foodie.
Okay, here we go. She have that big ass red snapper to go, and it was what?
Amazing, delicious.
Okay, here we go. Love you, baby.
All right, so I guess it was just the level of familiarity that had people talking. But a lot of people do say baby a lot. So I think that Peter is just, this is marketing. It's all marketing for him. That's what I feel. And that's what I feel like would be the smart play for this. Why would you not, if Sheree Whitfield comes out to your establishment, shoot a video with her, and then sort of play up the familiarity angle? I mean, whether that was played up or not, I think it was, I mean, it's marketing for his establishment, and we're talking about it. I've seen it posted on the Bravo Shade Room. I've seen it posted. I felt like I saw it posted someplace else earlier. Somebody sent it to me. So, you know, congratulations to Peter. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, the man takes a licking and keeps right on ticking. Okay. I did hear that his Bar One Miami restaurant had good food. I did hear that. So I don't know. You guys let me know in the chat. Have you been to One Society? If you are in Atlanta, let us know what your thoughts are about it. If it's great, definitely tell people. All right, so listen, that's all the tea that we got for you guys this morning. I am thinking about doing a live recap of Beauty in Black. I just finished it last night. Things that make you go, I have so many thoughts. I won't get into them all right now. If I do it live, I'll definitely, you know, let the people know. But I'm interested. Do you guys want a live recap of that? Do you want to talk about that? Did you finish it yet? You know, because I don't want to spoil it for people that have not finished it, because it is a wild ride. So let us know in the chat your level of interest. With that being said, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell button, hit the like button, of course, and I'll catch you in the next video.